Hey guys, it's Riley with XKGLOW, and we are installing our brand new universal bed light kit in the Chevy Silverado. We designed these lights with one goal in mind: to fully light up your truck bed. They feature a 100-degree beam angle to spread light across the entire bed, plus the 3-way adjustable clips make it easy to mount and aim the lights for the best coverage in your truck bed. We offer 3 different kit sizes with our truck bed lights: a 36-inch kit, 44-inch kit, and we even have a Ford Maverick specific kit that's going to use OEM mounting locations and harnesses to install them. But for this Chevy Silverado, we're going to be installing the 44-inch kit. Now let's take a look and see what comes in the box. So in the box, you're going to get your instructions and of course the XKGLOW sticker. You will also get 2 truck bed lights and 8 adjustable mounting clips. Now, we've developed these clips not only to help the lights fit better in your truck bed, but also help you to be able to position the light to get the maximum amount of spread possible. These clips will come with push pins if you want to drill into the side of your truck and use those to mount the clips, or they will also come with VHB backing to where you could just stick the clips and the lights to the side of your truck if you don't want to drill holes. You will also get a wiring harness with a switch that has a built-in auto off timer feature built into it, meaning if you leave the lights on, they are going to automatically turn off after 15 minutes to save you from that dead battery. And of course, you're going to get zip ties to tie up all of the wiring. So the tools that you're gonna need to install this may vary depending on what truck bed you're installing them to, but for the Silverado, I'm only going to need a pry tool to remove some covers, a socket to attach the wiring harness to the battery, and we're going to be sticking these lights to the bed, so I'm going to need some alcohol and a cloth to be able to clean those surfaces really well before we stick them. If you are drilling these lights into your truck bed, obviously you're going to need a drill and a drill bit, but we're going to be sticking them. So now that we know what tools are needed, what comes in the box, let's go ahead and jump right into the install. So the first step of this install is going to be getting the lights lit up and holding them up to where we think they're going to want to go to make sure we're getting the best light output into the bed. So how we're going to do that is we're going to take the wiring harness. It's already got the ring terminals on there, so we're just going to loosely run this harness underneath the truck and up to the battery. That way we can come back here, get the lights plugged in, and start getting them positioned on each side of the bed. All right, so now that we've got the hood pop, we're gonna locate our battery and we're gonna go ahead and grab the wiring harness and connect this to the battery. Red is positive, black is negative. Let's take the ring terminals and attach it now. Before we get these lights plugged into the wiring harness and turned on, it's important to note which side each light is going to go on, because the connector to each light is going to go towards the back of the bed. This is going to help us make sure that we also get the clips in the correct orientation. The easiest way to do this is to take the hole in the back of the clip, and that's going to be installed into the side of the bed. So we will hold it up like that, and the connectors on the light is facing the back of the truck, so we will clip it over like that. There is 3 ribs on one side of these connectors and 1 on the other. The easiest way to start these is to start the one and then clip it over onto the tube. So I'm going to do 2 clips per tube at the start, and we can always add more when we go to installing them. And now I will do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna pretend like the hole is mounted on the side of the truck, like so. We're gonna take the single side, start these, and clip them on. Make sure this one's clipped in the same orientation. And now that we've got these clipped on, we'll go ahead and get them plugged into the wiring harness, hop up here in the bed, and we will start angling them out. So I'm sure you've noticed one of the connectors is a lot longer than the other one coming out of the control box itself. That is because this one's going to reach the opposite side of the truck bed, and the shorter one's going to be for the same side. So we will take the longer one of the 2, and we will start plugging in these lights over here. We will line up the tab, and click them in. We'll grab our other light and connect that one. And now that we've got these connected, I will go ahead and hit my on-off switch. Make sure that they both turned on. So now we will go ahead and we'll turn the lights off and we'll start angling these out to make sure we get the brightest light and the perfect spread in our truck bed. One cool thing about these adjustable clips is it actually allows you to take this light and mount it super far up into the corner of the truck bed. That way you can almost not even see these lights when they're in there. So for this step, we've already found our flat surfaces up in the corner that we're going to be able to stick these clips to, but I wanna just ensure that this light is going to cover the whole entire bed in that position, which as you can see, the 100-degree beam pattern makes this super easy, so we shouldn't have any problems there. If you are drilling these clips in, this would be a good time to go ahead and mark your holes, get those holes drilled. Since we're using VHB, we're going to make sure we clean those surfaces super well, start putting the VHB on the clips, and get these lights ready to stick up there. So now that we know about where this light's going, I'm actually gonna add one more clip. Probably not necessary, but just giving it that extra stability. There's a perfect spot right there in the middle for it to stick to, so it's pretty easy. Figured we'd add one more. Once we get those on, we'll go ahead and take the VHB, and we're gonna stick these to the whole side of the clip. So we will go ahead and add that on all 3 clips. So I've got these clips about where they need to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and start taking off the VHB backing. But if they're not perfect, don't worry, because these clips will slide up and down this tube, making it easy for you to be able to perfectly line those up with the flat surface that they need to be mounted to. So after we peel that, we are ready to stick these up here. So I'm gonna start from the front of the truck bed and work my way to the back. So now that we've got this side stuck, we're gonna repeat the same exact process on the other side. Now that we've got both bed lights stuck inside the bed, we're gonna go ahead and go turn off the lights, come back here and turn the bed lights on, and we're gonna see what the light output looks like. If they need adjusted at all, this is where we'll be going to the adjustable angle brackets and start angling our lights. That way we can make sure we've got the entire truck bed lit up. So, as you can tell by this massive dead spot, maybe the first setting wasn't the right one, but that's why we have these brackets. We are going to go into each of the lights and go ahead and adjust those up and completely wipe out this dead spot. How we're gonna do that is we will start from one side of the light and we are going to rotate it up until we hear a click. Then we'll go to the next one. And we're gonna do these one click at a time. So now that we've done that side, we'll step back. It's looking better. We'll do one click over here and then we might go back and do one more on each side. All right, now we'll take a step back, and as you can tell, we've completely gotten rid of the dead spot. Our entire bed is lit up. So now all we got to do is tuck up all the wiring and we should be good to go. So before I finish up all the wiring on this install, this is really the part where it can vary depending on what make or model truck you have or what your bed setup looks like. So I wanted to give you a couple things to look out for to best hide the wiring. For instance, on this truck, we have the plastic truck liner, so I'm gonna be able to run some wiring behind that. We've got these covers here that actually open up to behind the taillight and a drain plug, so we're gonna be able to run all the wirings down underneath the truck. Something you want to really focus on is where you're gonna mount this switch. So we want this somewhere easy to access and kind of hidden as well, so we're actually gonna run the switch right up here by the other light. So we're going to hide all of this behind the plastic cover, and then the wire that's gonna go to the other bed light will drop down underneath the truck. We will run it along the frame rail back up, and it's gonna come out of the same cover and plug into that light. So the important things to know is you want to hide all of your wiring and be sure to keep it away from any moving parts with the tailgate because we don't want any wires getting pinched. Now that we've got the lights plugged in and all of that wiring ran in the bed, we're going to take our power and ground wire and we're gonna run it all the way along the bottom of the truck, tying it up out of the way, and we're gonna connect it to the battery. So that wraps up the install on our brand new truck bed light kit. If you've got an 8-foot bed that never has to be made, but you're looking to light it up, check out our new bed lights at XKGLOW.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as we are coming out with all sorts of videos on how-to videos, installation videos, tips, tricks with all of our different app series of lighting, and so much more. Follow us across all of our social platforms, and we will see you on the next video.